Hello, this is Allie with the Perception Trainers, author of the Perception Diet, and today I am super excited to be with you and to talk to you about the real, fundamental, full truth about self-love and how radical it really is, and how if you embrace self-love radically, it will completely transform and transmute your life. All right? So, if you have not already done so yet, please go and watch all the emotional mastery videos and the 2 videos on conscious co-creation that I've posted previously on this channel. I've put all the links down below. That information is basically all the information that you need that's going to build up so that this presentation that I'm about to give you today and the meditation I'm going to give you next video will all make perfect sense. Okay? So basically what you've learned is that all of the self-sabotaging, hurting, wounded parts of you are simply parts of you that have been cut off from love. Okay? So parts of you that you have rejected, right? Decided we're not good, we're not appropriate, we're not okay, that have then been severed from the connection of love. Okay? And then in the vibrational videos, you learned that love, what we mean when we say love, is we really mean that force from the universe that is inside of you and outside of you, right? That source, that flow of information that powers all of life, right, is being cut off from parts of yourself. Now, this is why I am such a huge proponent of self-love over self-help, over self-improvement, over life coaching, over goal setting, over any of these things. Okay? Now you are going to get the complete picture so that you fully understand where I'm coming from, and you will fully understand where you're coming from and how to move forward in your life in a way that's going to actually transform your life. Okay? So now, with this understanding that the parts of you that are behaving in a way that are not conducive to your growth, your evolution, your happiness, and your success, right? So any of the parts of you that are self-destructive, any of the parts of you that are, bogged down in negative emotional experiences over and over again, any parts of you that draw you into negative experiences or, kind of self-destructive experiences, any parts of you that you are in resistance to, okay? That they are not bad and that you do not need to fix them. They are not broken, right? They are simply parts of you that have been cut off from life force energy. And now we understand that when something is cut off from life force energy, it devolves, becomes less complex, less ordered, and more chaotic. Okay, so let me give you a little analogy before we move forward. In ancient Chinese medicine, they have a very, very intelligent way of working with the body, which is they look at parts of the body and organs. Say, for instance, they look at someone's kidney, and they'll say, okay, your kidney has reduced qi, and therefore we need to increase the flow of qi to your kidney so that it will function properly. So basically what they're saying is, if there's something going wrong with someone's kidney, right? The kidney is not functioning properly. It is not completing all of its tasks. They're saying it is being cut off from the energy it needs to work properly. Okay, does this make sense? It's not that the kidney is broken. It's not that there's something wrong with the kidney in and of itself. It's not that the kidney is incapable of performing its functions. What they're saying is, when the kidney is not getting the energy, the blood flow, the nutrition, the oxygen that it needs to function, it won't function properly. And when the kidney doesn't function properly, it requires that the liver and all these other organs work harder, which will then weaken them, which will cause chaos in the body. So the answer is not cut out the kidney, because the kidney's broken, right? It is the thing that is showing you where the break in the flow of energy is that is then causing destruction for the whole body. So like I say, the solution is not get rid of the kidney. The solution is not try and, fix the kidney. There's nothing wrong with the kidney. The kidney is perfect. It just needs better flow of energy. So as we increase the nutrition and the oxygen and the blood flow to the kidney, it can then resume its normal function and everything will work in tandem in the body so that the body is in health. It's in balance. So we see this. We understand this. When something gets its life force energy cut off from it, it cannot function in the way it was designed to function. And when it cannot function in the way it was designed to function, it causes chaos, right? When the kidney is not working properly, you are going to have symptoms all over the body of things not working properly, right? You're going to have fluid retention. You're going to have poor blood filtering. You're going to have many issues that all compound that make it look like there's this big mess going on in the body. And again, it's not because the kidney is broken. It's not because the kidney is inherently bad, right? We would never look at it and be like, oh, it's because the kidney isn't working properly. Kidneys are bad. We should get rid of kidneys. No, we would look at that and say, the kidney is great. The kidney is perfect. We need the kidney. It's just that the kidney needs enough energy in order to work properly. When it is receiving the energy it needs, it can do its job. When it is not, it will descend into chaos. Okay? So again, the answer is not get rid of the kidney. The answer is increase the flow of nutrition, oxygen, blood to the kidney so the kidney has what it needs in order to function, and then it will function. And then everything will work properly. Okay. That analogy applies to every single aspect of you that is self-destructive. That analogy applies to every part of yourself that you do not like. That analogy applies to every single part of yourself that you think is wrong, bad, broken, that needs to be fixed, that needs to be healed. Okay? So now this is why you need to understand that self-love is the key. That self-improvement, healing, clearing, literally like enhancement of any kind, getting rid of anything, getting rid of your bad habits, getting rid of your negative aspects, none of that is ever going to work. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work for anybody. Some people have really strong willpower that they can sort of like push these aspects of themselves down or force them to behave in a different way for periods of time, but we never actually get to a point where you no longer have that as part of your reality with self-help, with self-improvement, with healing, with any of this shit, because it doesn't address what's actually going on. And in fact, it literally flies in the face of the thing that's actually going to integrate you. Okay, so now you understand from all the other videos that you don't need healing. You don't need transmuting. You don't need to get rid of anything from yourself. Everything that you are is already there. You are a complete human being already. Nothing needs to be removed. Nothing needs to be added. All that needs to happen is every aspect of yourself needs to be receiving the light of love, needs to be receiving that energy that it needs in order to function properly. And if it is not receiving that energy, it will devolve into chaos. It will not function properly. It will look like it is a problem when really it is pointing you to where the problem is, which is where life force energy got cut off. So where you have rejected yourself, understand this, where you have cut love off from yourself, any part of yourself that you have decided this is not worthy, this is not good, this is not who I should be, this is not right, this is not the right thing. All of those aspects of yourself that have been rejected by you, think of them like the kidney who's not receiving the energy. Okay? They have been cut off. So now they don't go anywhere when they're cut off. They remain as a part of you that then functions out of alignment because it's not receiving the energy it needs in order to function properly. Okay? So literally, the part of you that is angry and is constantly raging at everybody, that is a part of your divinity that has been cut off from life force energy and has descended into rage. The part of you that needs to drink alcohol and smoke cigarettes is a part of your divinity. You're never going to get rid of that habit. Okay? You're never going to heal that. You're never going to transform, get rid of it. You're never going to improve it. It is a part of your divinity that has been cut off from life force energy and is now behaving in a chaotic way. Period. You're not going to get rid of it. The part of you that always chooses destructive relationships is a part of your divinity that has been cut off from life force energy. The part of you that won't let yourself love people or yourself is a part of your divinity that has been cut off from life force energy. Your eating disorder, your anxiety, your depression, your manic thinking, your lack of self-confidence, your self-destructive social behaviors, right? Your self-hate, your habit of not being aware, right? Really denying reality, not being in alignment with what's really going on, your overspending, your overeating, your undereating, your belief that the world is not a safe place. All of these things are your divinity that have been cut off from life force energy and are therefore not receiving what they need in order to act properly. Any disease you have in your body is a sign that life force energy has been cut off on some level, and your body is reflecting it back to you. There's nothing wrong with your body. Your body is behaving perfectly. It's showing you there is a part of you that has been cut off and now not receiving the amount of energy that it needs, not receiving the information that it needs, not receiving the love that it needs, cannot perform to its optimum level, and therefore creates destruction. So this is why I say, if you truly understand self-love, it is completely radical. It is absolutely outside of what everyone else in the world right now seems to be teaching. It is not tolerate the parts of yourself that you don't like. It's not sit with them until they go away. It's not self-improve. It's not heal. It's none of that shit. It is literally saying, this part of me that I despise the most is a part of my divinity. It is God. It is perfect. It is a part of me that should be there, that has been cut off from love for so long that it is behaving in a destructive way. Okay? So the answer is not to try to cut it off more. And this is why all these healing and self-improvement and blah, 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 blah techniques never actually work. Because when you say to yourself, I'm going to fix this part of me, or I'm going to heal this part of me, or I'm going to get rid of this part of me, or I'm going to tolerate this part of me, you are cutting off that part of yourself from love even more. And if that's the cause of all your problems, if cutting it off from love is the problem, cutting it off from love more is not the solution. So if you get mad at yourself every time you yell at your wife, if you get mad at yourself every time you drink, if you get mad at yourself every single time you fall into your self-destructive behaviors, every time you fall into your bad behaviors that you know are not suitable, that you know are not your highest and best self, you are literally continuing the cycle of cutting off that part of yourself from love and thus creating more chaos for yourself. So this is why I say this. Listen, true self-love is this part of myself that is causing me so much pain is a part of my divinity. I'm no longer going to reject it. I'm no longer going to try and heal it. I'm no longer going to try and get away from it. I'm no longer going to try and fix it. I'm no longer going to try and do any of that shit. I'm going to sit with this part of myself. I am going to invite it into the light of my consciousness as God. So literally, you bring your eating disorder into your consciousness. The feeling that you have when you're all wrapped up in your body and you're all wrapped up in your anxiety about food and you're all wrapped up in all this stuff, right? That feeling of heaviness and anxiety and fear and stress and all of this, you're going to bring it to the forefront of your consciousness. And you're going to look it in the eye. And you're going to say, I fucking love you. I see you. I am sorry that I cut you off for so long. I don't want to fix you. I don't want to heal you. I don't want to get rid of you. I want to know you. I want to understand you. You are a part of my light that I have been restricting. Reveal yourself to me. So really, this is a radical thing. And I understand if there's a part of you that doesn't want to hear this, or that doesn't want to do this, or doesn't believe that this could work, right? Because we're so entrained to reject the parts of ourselves that we find self-destructive. We really believe it's like if I tell my anorexia or my bulimia or my alcoholism or my anger or any of these things that it's okay that they're there, then I'm just going to descend into it and it's going to destroy me. And what I would say is, no, look at what's actually happening as you're fighting it. Look at what the result is of you trying to get rid of it, trying to fix it, trying to get away from it. Is it working? And the thing is, I know it isn't, because you're here. You wouldn't be here if that stuff actually worked. That stuff makes it worse, and you know that it does. Trying to get rid of your shit isn't working. Rejecting it isn't working. Trying to fix it isn't working. Trying to heal it isn't working. Because all of those things are under the guise that there's something wrong with it. The truth is, there's nothing wrong with it. It is perfect, it is light, it is God, it is divinity. It has just been cut off from the energy it needs to function in the complexity. So again, as you do this, as you bring all of your worst stuff that you hate the most into the light of love and say, I'm going to love you, I'm going to bring accepting, loving presence. I don't need you to change. I don't need you to go away. I don't want to fix you. I want to understand you. What is going to happen is one of two things. First thing that will happen is you will realize that that thing inside yourself that you hate is actually a part of your gifting, right? It'll be like a personality trait that you thought was horrible, that you'll actually see clearly and understand that, no, this is a part of who I am, and you will become at peace with it. It will no longer be self-destructive. You will understand it, and it will start to be a part of your gifting. Second thing that will happen is it will reveal itself to you as what it's always been. So your eating disorder will probably turn into, like, let me just, like, plant a seed here. It's going to show you, number one, all the other parts of yourself that you have cut off from love that it has been protecting you from. Your anorexia, your bulimia, your body concerns, are probably there, number one, to try and distract you from all the painful stuff, the other parts of yourself that you have cut off and rejected, that you don't want to look at. So it's there to be like, fine, I will help you not look at it. Really, I will distract you. I will keep you completely up in your head about calories and so that you don't have to look at it. Second thing is that anorexia or that bulimia or whatever is going to be the part of you that knows exactly how to eat. No, and I'm serious about this. Okay? You will transmute all of your self-destructive behaviors into the light of your divinity as you love them. But you have to radically love them. Because you have to understand they're messengers. They're messengers of where love has been cut off and chaos is ensuing. They are not the problem. They are the messenger. So you love it, and then you will learn. Otherwise, you're in resistance, and you can't learn. So think about that. Feel it. All the parts of you that you have been rejecting need your love the most. Stop trying to fix yourself. Stop trying to heal yourself. Stop trying to get rid of stuff. Stop trying to improve stuff. Start practicing being with these parts of yourself with love and wanting to understand. I'm going to give you a meditation in the next video to teach you how to do this. It's radical, but it's important. Okay, find me on all the places, links down below, like, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff. I'll see you in the next video.